Once you have created your login, you'll be taken to this page here and asked to choose a plan. Choose the free plan. Next, you'll be asked what your focus of your site is. Go ahead and choose Site. Choose a theme, but know that you can come back later and change this theme if you don't like what you've selected. So for right now, I'm just going to choose the first one. And I go down here to this button that says Choose. The theme is the look of your page. There are some default colors that are involved in the theme and fonts, etc. You can use Weebly on an iPad, but I'm going to close this because you will have access to laptop computers and won't need this. Now you're going to have to choose a domain for your site. This is the website that everyone will need to have in order to access your portfolio. So go ahead and try to come up with something in this line here. Everybody's web address will end with .weebly.com. So if I put bird portfolio, and the check mark means that it is actually available. If you just put in bird and that's already taken, it'll show up with a red X. So go ahead and try to select something that is meaningful and professional and works for you. And then hit continue. Next, you don't have to worry about planning your site. You can go ahead and click on the blue button that says Build My Site. Weebly is fairly simple to use. It just has drag and drop elements, and then it also offers some tips some screen tips as you go along. So here's what's involved in this theme. Is this picture that's here and these types of fonts. If you want to change that, you go up here to Design and you'll have the options to change that over on the left-hand side. If you like it as is, that's absolutely fine. One of the first things you're going to want to do is change the titles of the pages. Like right now they say Home, About, and Contact. You'll need to change that to the units of your portfolio. So to do that, you click on Pages, and then right here I could change this to possibly History. And then go to the About page and change this to another particular unit. In order to add pages, you just click the Add, and I would add Standard Pages for right now. Again, add standard page. If I don't like the order of these, I can drag them around and change them. It asks you for the page layout. You can change this as you go. So again, if you just start with the tall header, short header, no header, it's up to you what you want each page to look like. I would encourage you to have your home page, whatever that is, have a header on it, but the others, they don't need to have that. So after you have finished, choose Save and Edit. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Build button, and you're going to see all these things that you are able to add to your page. You can add titles or text. Title is going to make them just slightly bigger. Text allows you to have blocks of information. You can have buttons, would be one that you'd probably use if there's any type of video that you have to add or files that you'll add to it. And you can go, some of these you may not use right away, but you might use down the road, so feel free to check them out. Okay, so all you do is down here is this is your page where you can start designing. Your page will allow you to go as long as you need it to be. So if you want to put a title across the top, notice that blue line shows up. That's where the title is going to be placed. And then let go. And I might put About Me. And then underneath, I want some text. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this text in, and then I could start typing all about me. Here it is, and so on. If you want to change the color or size of your font, a toolbar pops up here, and feel free to utilize all of those. If I have text that needs to be linked, the hyperlink button is right here, and then I just put the website right here. So maybe I would link it to westdesmoinescommunityschools.org. And I always like to check the open link in a new window, and then save. And notice it changes the color so to indicate that it is hyperlink text. If I wanted an image to show up right beside that, which I think you'll be doing a lot of because you'll find pictures and then you'll have to write a little bit about that picture. So I'll choose my image button, and then instead of the line being horizontal, I want it to go vertical. So you can see it just underneath the image button. And when I let go, now my image and my text are side by side. And so you'll have to be careful if you want text underneath it next. Make sure that that line does indeed go all the way across the page, or it could go just underneath half of it. You'll have to decide where you want the next title to go. And that's pretty much how it works. It's just whatever you want, you drag over, and then you include on the page. Now for the image, I'd have to click here, and then I'd go find where that image was located. So if it's on my computer somewhere, I'd just click upload a photo from my computer, and I'd go find that picture. So I'll find one that I have saved here. Here's a picture of my kids. Hit open. And then the picture shows up over here right next to my text. These things here, in order to edit, just need to click in and type. The button text is a great place to have hyperlinks. So the button text I can change. If I want this to go possibly to one of my other pages, you could do that, and I just have to change it here. Maybe it would say history of fashion. You can link buttons by highlighting the text, click link, and then again, just like I did the text below, you do the same thing with the button, and I can put my URL in and hit save. For now, I'm just going to hit close. That should be enough to help you get started building your Weebly page. If you have any questions, be sure to ask right away and not get stuck for too long.